Hello and good evening and welcome to this virtual open evening. My name is Billy Nicholson and I'm one of the creative industry team at Durham College. I'd like to say thank you very much for joining me this evening for this tour of our department and the range of courses which we have available for you to study with us. So I think we're going to begin with a tour of the facilities that we have here. So normally at this time of year we would be doing a tour of the facilities and we would give you a guided tour of what we can do. But because that's not possible, we've made a reduced, speeded up video so that you can have a look at to see the range of facilities that we have here at East Durham. So without me talking anymore, we'll begin with the video. And then after that, I'll give you a breakdown of what we're going to be doing in terms of the session today. that was a little video sequence, and we've got some of my colleagues here who are just able to answer any of your questions if you have any. So Kirsty is here from art, and Amanda is here from performing arts, and we also have Nadine from Dance Academy and also from performing arts. So if you have any questions, they're online at the moment, and they will answer any questions that you may have. If during the course of this presentation I don't give you the information that you need, so people much wiser than myself will be able to help. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk. I'm going to go through different areas of the Creative Industries Department, so you'll know whereabouts things are going to be happening. So first we're going to begin with media and the courses which we run within the media department. Then we're going to do performing arts. Then we're going to do our Dance Academy, which is part of everything, and then music, and then art. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about the trips and visits and the other activities which you will be able to access should you choose to come and study here. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to play a little video sequence which is a little trailer about our media department and the course.
I want to do production and animation at university.
I want to be a filmmaker.
I want to work in social media.
I chose to come to Durham College because
the facilities are amazing.
Because you've got a great track record of success.
I came here because I thought it would be the best for the environment I'd like to work in.
For the media courses we deliver here at East Durham College, we find are very accessible and very creative.
Both qualifications provide you with skills and resources that will prepare you for a career in the media sector.
The media course generally involves looking at all aspects of the media.
like media, animation, editing, film creating, radio, so it's a little bit of everything.
It's very important for diversity in media because
There's lots of possibilities of what you can go into.
whatever job opportunity comes up, you will know how to do it because you've been taught it in this college.
It's helping us figure out what I don't like and what I do enjoy.
And we also work with other classes as well, so like performing arts and music. We know all of them as well because of how much we work together.
So it's making sure that we give our students all the tools and skills that they need to be able to compete in the industry as well.
And preparing learners to be multi-skilled is at the core of what we do.
We've got full TV and radio broadcast studios.
We got all the cameras and equipment we need.
East Durham College has just helped me so much because I feel so much more confident in going to university and, you know, showing them my work that I've done here.
I think the majority of them at the moment are actually looking to move on to higher education, which is really positive because it means that they want to carry on what they've been studying and just sort of refine those skills.
We get to visit places such as BBC Radio Tees.
And Global Radio in Newcastle.
And the college has links with the British Film Institute.
And we get to enter competitions like the North East Young Filmmakers Award.
We'll get to go over a BFI and learn like loads of stuff about like the scripting.
I love the staff because they don't treat you like you're a student.
My major teacher had lots of industry experience, so we were learning from the best.
They teach you so many skills.
I believe giving the students a lot of different areas of experience allows them to be more employable.
I feel inspired to go forward now and I believe I can get the career I want.
I want to work in audio production.
I want to be a TV editor.
I want to work in sports broadcasting.
I don't know what I want to do, but I know where I want to start.
So that is an overview of our media course. With the voices that you hear are voices of current and former students who've studied the course with us. So we do level 2 and level 3 qualification. So at level 2 we do OCR media, and in the course of that you will do some core units such as media theory, photography, talk and music radio, planning and producing a media product, film and TV media product production, and comics and graphic novels. We are also normally, when it's not COVID, we're very proactive in finding activities and events that you can participate with outside of college, because we believe that it enhances your learning experience, and it also builds up a career portfolio of like information, so that when you go to an employer or to university, you'll be able to say that you did this range of activities. So we, at level 3 we are studying the UAL level 3 diploma, and in the second year the extended diploma in media. We love the UAL qualification because it's about you as a learner finding your ideal route, your main area of interest. So there are the key projects which run throughout the year, but that those projects will respond to what your main area of interest is. And then in the final, for the final project, which is the one which decides whether it's pass, merit, or distinction, you have complete control over what that is. You decide it exactly the nature of what you're going to be assessed on and what you want to be challenged upon. So that's UAL media. So level 2, level 3. Also, we have excellent links with major production companies, and we've responded quite well to COVID because we have, because of the situation and the constraints it's placed upon us, we've had to be creative in what we've been doing. So we have been building live broadcasts which the media learners have been filming and presenting online. And if you are on this channel, if you look at some of the other videos, you can actually see some of the student work, some of the video stuff which is being created, and this is first year work, and it's at a really high standard at that point. So performing arts, okay. So we started this course in September 2020, and the UAL Performing and Production Arts again is a very exciting qualification, in that it's at subsidiary and extended at diploma and extended diploma level, and it allows the learners to explore and develop a range of skills, and this can be in performance, it can be through production roles, and we have learners working on a range of stuff. And I don't know if Amanda would like to just post some comments about what the learners have been doing at this particular point in the academic year, just to give people a sense of what they have been doing, whilst I go on to talk about level 2. Okay, so the level 2 diploma is done over 1 year, and you have to do a range of units. Some of them are mandatory, such as the performing arts industry, the performance project, and skills development. And then you choose, and there are different pathways which you can choose from. There are drama, dance, music, and production pathways. But we found that people like to experiment with a range of things. But it also allows that capacity for you to focus on the main areas of interest that you have. So it's assessed, internal assessment, and we have an external examiner who comes out and checks out the work that we have done. And this is more detail about the level 3 diploma and the extended diploma in performance and production arts, and you can have a read of that, and while I talk through some of the images that you can see on the right hand side. So we would normally be doing a community pantomime at this time of year, and once the vaccine is in place, we will be doing live performances to audiences again. It is central to what we are about as a department, as an institution. So we would normally do a 5-day performance run with 3 performances a day, and it would be to a total audience of about 2,500 people. And it's very demanding, it's very very demanding and very rewarding. And I seem to have a problem with my microphone. I may change it over, so I will change over and see if so. What we'll do is we'll just go to this screen for a second, and I'll just go to this for a second, and I'm just going to bring in a comment from Amanda so you can have a read, so that Amanda can just explain to you a little bit about what's been going on. Now, I've just discarded my mic because I believe it's playing up. It could be that I am. So, learners have created and performed a live stream, and they went on to devise Christmas material, and they're currently devising community-based projects. So that is the Performing Arts department, and what I'll do now is I'll just play you a little bit of the video so you can actually see some of the work that's being done.
I want to be a professional dancer.
I want to work in the arts.
I want to be a drama teacher.
I chose to come to East Durham College because
It's a great place to study.
It's one of the best in the area for creative industries, performing arts.
Performing arts here is essentially dance, music and drama.
We have a lot of emphasis on our preparing students for the working world.
The creative industry section here at East Durham College to be unique simply because we're teaching for their own creativity.
We've got everything we need at the Peterlee campus. There's a 220-seat professional theatre,
we've got an amazing dance studio,
as well as TV, radio and media facilities to work with.
and we do acting, dancing, singing, so it's all three things put together.
But it's not just sort of the basics that you'd think of.
We do a lot of theatre shows.
It's loads of different skills that you develop.
You're not really constantly chucked down your throat to do something. It's really your own experience here.
The learners are in charge of their own learning, their own development, and we're there to guide them through that process.
We do lots of things on and off campus.
Trips to Amsterdam where we perform on the boat.
We do big shows, an annual panto every year.
We go off campus to different venues to take part in like music videos.
We work with a lot of organisations across the year. We develop real briefs with the learners with real deadlines.
And learners are responsible for communication with venues and everything in between.
The teaching's great because all the tutors have real industry experience. They inspire me to push myself for the career I want.
Studying on the Performing Arts course has made me feel like I'm ready to go into employment.
It gives us that bit of confidence that I know I'm going to be okay when I leave college.
Some learners have gone to working out professionally in the industry. A lot of learners have gone on to do foundation degree or BA honours degrees.
I feel ready to progress and make the best of myself in the industry I love.
I want to be a professional singer.
I want to be an actor.
I want to be a costume designer.
I don't know what I want to do, but I know where I want to start.
That was quite an exciting advert. I quite liked how good it looked. It was mentioned about Dance Academy, and here is some information about Dance Academy for you to have a look at. And if you have any questions about Dance Academy, I know that my colleague Nadine is available to answer any specific questions that you may have about that at the moment. So I'll let you read that. And then what we will do is we'll just go back. And Amanda says that we expect a lot from our learners, but we support you throughout. We encourage your artistic ability and give you freedom to explore. And we've also been joined by Andrew Simpson, and Andrew is one of our music team, and he's going to be happy to answer any questions you have about the course. So if you have any questions, just place them into the comments and reactions, and then hopefully we will answer them for you. Now, I'm just going to quickly ask my colleagues what the state of the audio is, because they did point out that it sounded a little bit noisy. So is that sounding okay before I proceed? Okay, so now I've mentioned how at level 2 you would study music within the OCR level 2 qualification. At level 3, you would be studying the UAL diploma and extended diploma. And we have been amazed. This is the first year that we've ran the course, and the way that we have been amazed and astounded by the way the learners have applied themselves to this new qualification. We've been amazed by their creativity and their industry, and the fact that we have to drag them out of rehearsal rooms. And we think a lot of that is to do with the qualification and the way that it gives you ownership about what you do. It's about doing the thing that you want to do with music, and by doing that, you find that you learn other things and have to develop problem-solving skills as a result of it. So there are. So I've just had a question from someone, Emis McGee, and the question is, are there any clubs that you can join for after college activities? And we have a vibrant student union that is very proactive. I can't give you all of the details of what those clubs are at the moment, but what I'll do is that if you post an email or a contact detail to us, I'll find out that the full list of the courses. It's not the courses, the clubs and activities that we have going on in the college at the moment. I believe the way it works is that we have some standard clubs that are set up, but the union is really interested in giving the student faculty, the student body, the opportunity to develop their own clubs, and they will help you set up clubs and resources. So I know that we have several learners who go to different events, different gaming clubs and different sporting clubs and stuff like that. But with reference to specific activity, I can't tell you what they are. I do know that we have a youth theatre club, which takes place when COVID isn't happening, which several of the students are also part of, and they also work at, which I would ask my colleague Nadine to give a little bit more information on. While she's preparing that information, I am going to just move on with music. Okay. So it's designed to provide you with the skills and knowledge so that you can develop in a range of skills and disciplines. So this year we have had people working on music projects. So they did an event called Shake It Up, which they came up with for the name for. The set design was done by themselves, and it was a development process from the beginning. So that was the first project. The second project was to write some songs, and those songs would be Christmas material, but also music for moving image. So writing music for films and videos, and also creating some pop songs. So there was a range of activities and tasks, and I think I'm just going to go to the entry requirements for this 5 GCSEs, okay, and like sort of a willingness to just explore your creative side. We ask you like sort of to like sort of just apply yourself fully to it. So now I'm going to play a little bit of the music video because I'm just running a little bit too long. So this is our music trailer.
I want to be a composer.
I want to be a music therapist.
I want to be a session musician.
I chose to come to East Durham College because
the music course has a great reputation.
It's got everything I need to explore my passion.
The thing that makes studying music so good at East Durham College is it's very much about giving them the capacity to create music themselves, to be able to think as independent creatives.
Peterlee campus has got amazing facilities for music.
We have a state-of-the-art recording studio
and loads of practice space.
The college has also got PA systems and amps to work with.
And we get access to Pro Tools for mixing what we record.
In the first part of the academic year, the learners are required to organise a gig for themselves. They decide the nature of the gig, they decide how it's going to be marketed, and they have complete ownership of that project. And then there is the focus on developing their musicality.
The college has got an incredible 220-seat theatre for performances.
This is just a great place to study music.
It's actually a really collaborative course as well.
We work with the other departments.
Performing arts students and the media students.
It helps me develop with other styles of music and other techniques.
What we've seen from learners is that they become highly motivated, they work independently, and they work in a really focused way.
As part of the course, we go on trips to see incredible musicians all over the country.
And we get to go to Holland each year to perform on the ferry.
Teaching's great because all the lecturers are passionate about their subject.
I'm lucky to have such an amazing place to study.
Everything's set up for me to progress.
It's given me a chance to improve as a musician.
So what you can do with the qualification is down to you. You can go into employment, or you can go on to study at university or at a specialist music college.
I know I'm ready for the career I want.
I want to be a sound technician.
I want to go to university to study music.
I want to write film scores.
I don't know what I want to do, but I know where I want to start.
Which Nadine has been saying, just to highlight them. Like Dance Academy is a fantastic opportunity to do new things, and some information about Aldebecken Theatre. So we do large scale productions. We also do commissioned works. So we've done projects and full scale musicals such as Seussical the Musical and Annie. Okay, so we are very busy, okay, and you will be too, like sort of. And the event, like you saw some video footage from one of the events that we did, that is responding to COVID restrictions. Because we can't bring an audience in, we will broadcast live, and it gives you the same rigor, the same level of intensity when you're actually staging that performance. So we're now going to move on to art, and just a little bit about art. Okay, we offer level 2 and level 3, and this is OCR qualification at the moment, and it starts at introductory level, and it progresses in the second year to an extended diploma, and the units cover a range of art design activities, including animation, photography, printing, and many more. I'm going to ask my colleague Kirsty to just provide some comments about what the other elements are that people would likely to be doing as I talk through it. And I'm just going to allude to something which we're going to come on to in a little bit about. We take, normally when COVID isn't happening, we take you on trips and visits. So, for example, we take people to art galleries such as the Lang Art Gallery, the Baltic, Yorkshire Sculpture Park, and we also go and take students to the Netherlands, and we go and visit some amazing galleries such as the Rijksmuseum, occasionally the Van Gogh or the Van Gogh Museum, and we also go to a really fab little art gallery called Moko, which had, when we were there, a load of Banksy prints. It was actually in the news recently because
Banksy allowed them to sell one of the prints, or somebody sold one of the prints in order to keep the art gallery open because it had been impacted so much because of COVID. So like sort of it's vibrant with trips and visits. Also, there is engagement with other, like with all of the other creative industries departments. So hi, Kirsty, are you able to just give some information about stuff about what we would be doing with art? Whilst you're formulating that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click and run the trailer. Okay, so here is the art.
I want to be an interior designer.
I want to go to university to study graphic design.
I want to be an illustrator.
I chose to come to East Durham College because I knew this was an amazing course. I've always wanted to do art and design.
What's unique about the art and design course at East Durham College is it offers the students a range of opportunities to experiment in traditional and non-traditional techniques within art and design. So we have drawing and painting that can be combined with digital, so we're using software packages like Adobe Photoshop.
You think that art and design is just the drawing, but then you realise that there's a lot more depth into it as you kind of look further.
It could be anything from drawing or painting
to 3D modelling and photography.
In the course, it really allows the students to explore their own interests and abilities, so they're not stuck to a certain task.
I've just been able to actually be creative in my own way and use my own style.
We've got amazing facilities with everything we need.
We also go on great trips to learn more about our course. We've been to the Baltic in Gateshead, the Lang Art Gallery and the Side Gallery in Newcastle, and we went to the Rijksmuseum in Holland, which was an incredible experience.
The teaching is amazing.
Every time I've had a bit of a struggle, they just see a few things and I'm back on track with what I'm doing.
The course prepares them for going into higher education and employment. I think it gives them that skills or the base knowledge of what they'll need. It just gives them that confidence.
I feel like this course is really helping me find my way. I want to be an animator.
I want to be a sculptor.
I want to be an art director. I don't know what I want to do, but I know where I want to start.
So Kirsty says that we offer units such as graphics, photography, fine art, sculpture, etc. also, and it will give you a wide range of skills that you can go on to study at university or at art college or also into employment. So next, what I would like to do would just be to talk about very interesting question. So GDH asks, in music production course, are the groups you work with randomized? Yes, they are. We believe that you should work with as many different people as possible, so we allocate different people at different times depending on the project. So are you an instrumentalist? Do you play anything? So if you just post, because it'll help me to answer the question and give you just a bit more information. So do you sing? Do you program music? Like on our course, we have a range of people. We have people who are whose main focus is technology, music technology, but we also have people who are like just love music performance and writing. Okay. Amanda's also added, Kirsty, don't forget about the live briefs projects as creating backdrops for the Halloween event and designing props and costumes for pantomime and fashion shows when COVID allows. So the groups are randomized, but for your final project, okay, brilliant. Well, like sort of some last 2 years ago, we had a student, and he had not played guitar before he actually joined the course. And at the moment, he is at Newcastle University studying music, and he's become a really good guitarist. So, like, the fact that you're just starting now isn't like a problem. Like, sort of the main thing is that you practice and develop your skills. And one of the things about the UAL course is that it's about helping you to develop those skills and finding methods by which you can develop and improve your technical ability. Okay? So
we've done the art trailer. We talked a little bit about art, and now I think I'm going to talk a little bit about trips and visits. So trips and visits. So here are some students, and they're at the Baltic. And one of the things that we do at East Durham is that we generate money, and then we use that money to fund trips and visits and other activities and other performances. So, for example, this is a photograph from the MoCo Museum in Amsterdam. But we also take students to the Netherlands on a regular basis. And I've got a little trailer of what goes on. And like that would be in the next video. So I'll just quickly play this video, and then I shall answer some questions about guitar. Go to, and so Emily says, where can I go if I wanted some help with the guitar as an extracurricular? And Amanda has answered that question for me. And that's it. 10 minutes over schedule. Boom. So yeah, it is okay that you're doing art. We like one of the things is that we have students moving between different areas. So we have got some of the people you've seen in some of the images and some of the interviews started off doing performing arts, and they're studying art at the moment, and vice versa. So one of the things is that they are all interconnected. Like, so we as practitioners, we develop, it's called career portfolios, and we're required to do bits of music, bits of video, bits of drawing and design work. Like, so it's not a case that we think one discipline is more important than the next, because they're all interconnected. And like what you find is that like sort of arts people will like sort of media people will have to draw storyboards or graphic novels, and like you, if you're doing art, may have to do some animation. So that there is an interconnectedness to it all, and that's the way it should be. Like, so if you were working in the sector, like in any sector, you would be required to have like sort of a range of skills and ability, particularly now. So the trade organization for our area is called CC Skills, and they said that there was an issue, like sort of the main thing that people have to do is to be able to do a range of activity. Yes. And we are just joined by my colleague Emma Fisk, jazz violin. Hey Emma, how are you? We're just finishing. So we've answered some questions. I think that we've done well. Now, if you are interested in joining, or if you want to take it to the next stage, I'm not really sure about what the next part of this process is. So I'm going to ask Amanda to see if she can answer that question for me, just to help me out. And whilst we're waiting for Amanda to do that answer, I'm just going to point and direct you to my backdrop, which I created, because mise en scène is very important. A really good question about practice rooms. So practice rooms are definitely available after lessons and after sessions, yes. And like sort of when practice rooms are not being used for classes, that they're open. So we have people coming in on an evening, like until the college is closed, and then we have to kick people out. We have occasionally had people locked in the college, but that hasn't happened for quite a while. Okay, so it is available for everyone, and I think that is hopefully the thing. Brilliant. Yep, and all of the practice rooms are fully stocked with equipment, so we have instruments, backline, and some out-of-tune pianos. We have electrical pianos, and we've got a couple of out-of-tune ones at the moment, but that's going to be fixed, because in the next capital bid I'm going to put a piano on the bid. Interviews will take place each month, and I'll just post this one from Amanda Gregory. Okay, and this is interviews will take place each month. Contact the website and fill in the form, and we will ring you when to apply. Oh, and a production software question, and we use so Emma's just posting some answers. The software we use a range of stuff. So we use GarageBand, we use Pro Tools, we use Traction Waveform. We also use iPads, and we use a couple of apps called Synth1 and Figure for just doing quick musical sketches on. So Traction is amazing, and we have the full version of that. And you can download a free version of that if you want to start getting your head around it. So GarageBand, Waveform, Traction, those things. So I think that's it. All that remains is for me to do a round of applause. Thank you. Any questions before I end this? Counting down. 10. No more questions? Brilliant. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this. I'm going to go into a dark room and lie down. Thank you. Goodbye.